Thank you so much for being here today for a very important moment for our borough. My name is Stephanie Mcgowan. I'd like to lead with what I think is probably more important. I was a friend of John's, and I'm a proud member of the class of 1990 with a whole bunch of our folks who are here today, and they are the reason why. This conversation began, ironically, right along with the mayor, who had also had some conversations, and very fortunately for us, this town really does believe that once a bulldog, always a bulldog. And so how appropriate for us to all be together today. So allow me to please introduce the Mayor of Rutherford, Frank Ninziato.
Thank you, everybody. I just wanted to thank the Ruddy family for coming out. Stephanie, you did a great job with this. I appreciate it, Kim. I'm going to turn it over to Stephanie, and she'll handle the program. But thank you all for being here. It means a lot to Rutherford, and thank you to the Ruddy family for letting us honor your son.
There are a whole bunch of folks here to thank today. Clearly, we'd like to thank the Rutherford Fire Department. Thank you, Chief, for being here. Thank you for the engines and the companies that are in attendance. They also had a fundraiser today and made sure that they were here, so thank you so much. Thank you to the Rutherford Police Department, Chief. I see Chief Russo in the back. You and all your team that helped us map this out and work through this process. Thank you very, very much. Thank you to the Jersey City Fire Department. And I know that Chief McGill will be speaking shortly. Thank you to the class of 1990 for remembering an important part of our fabric and our family. Thank you to the Ruddy family. Your graciousness, I don't really have any words. And Mr. Ruddy, our conversation, really can't thank you enough for trusting us with this. And I hope that we make you proud and we keep this legacy alive. And we have some other guests with us this evening. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank my council colleagues, Council President Mark Goldsack, Tom Malahy, Matt Coakley, Marie Begg Roberson, and Ray Guzman, all of whom have had a hand in today. Thank you to our EMS that are here as well. This is a small community. Everybody needs each other. Our DPW that made sure that we're ready for today, even made sure that we got some cover in case the skies opened up. And so, in keeping with the tradition of once a bulldog, always a bulldog, we are most fortunate today to welcome the Rutherford Public School Superintendent, Mr. Jack Hurley.
Thank you, Stephanie, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm here officially on behalf of the Rutherford Board of Education to thank the family, the Ruddy family, the class of 1990, and the mayor and council, and everyone involved in keeping John's legacy and his memory alive with this street dedication. But I'm also here on a personal level. I had John as a student in AP English in 1989-90. As a coach, I remember him as an outstanding athlete, as someone whose class was across from the art room. I remember him as an outstanding artist. I remember him as a caring and thinking and kind person, and a very intelligent person. And I read somewhere, I think in the mayor's proclamation or council's proclamation, the term Renaissance man, and I think John really did epitomize that. So I'm here to celebrate, not to grieve, but to celebrate this memory, because I think, as Stephanie has said over and over, once a bulldog, always a bulldog, and this is a special community that does take care of his own and never forgets the contributions people make to this community. So I thank you for having me here. My appreciation to the family and to the class of 1990, many of whom I have seen, And it's been a long time, but it was really good to see you all here. And it doesn't surprise me that this class stayed together the way they did, because they were a special group. So thank you all very much. I appreciate being here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hurley. And we are fortunate today to have with us Bergen County Commissioner Steve Tinelli, who will be presenting a proclamation on behalf of the commissioners and extending his best wishes from the executive. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon. So I'd like to commend the mayor and council, because in my opinion, we don't thank our first responders nearly enough. So this just shows the commitment that the mayor and council has to first responders and also to the residents of Rutherford. We're all touched by first responders, whether they're our uncles, our cousins, our fathers, our sons. I have 2 sons that are law enforcement, our first responders, and they have a unique trait. Like, while we're running in the other direction, they're running towards trouble. And they need to be commended and always remembered. So I'd just like to give all the guys that are here, first responders, a round of applause and thank you for your service. So today I have the honor of presenting a certificate from the Board of Commissioners in Bergen County in recognition of the renaming of Rutherford Street to honor the memory of Jersey City Fire Department Battalion Chief John C. Rooney. His bravery and heroism is an example to all of us. On behalf of the nearly 1 million residents of Bergen County, we thank him for his service and dedication to our community. He will forever remain in our hearts. God bless you. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to invite Jersey City Fire Chief McGill to say a few words.
Thank you. Good morning. On behalf of the City of Jersey City, Mayor Fulp and his administration, and more importantly, on behalf of the Jersey City Fire Department, we're just honored to be here and just humbled at the fact that you want to honor one of our own in this very nice way. You know, the fire department, we always consider ourselves family, brothers and sisters. As I told John Sr. the last time I saw him, we will always be there for the Ruddy family. And now we extended our family a little more. I would like to thank the class of 1990. You are now part of our family too. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You know, we've spent a lot of time talking about John and getting ready for today, and we thought it best to have some words shared from the family. And so I want to thank Mr. Ruddy for being willing to represent the family today and share some words, as they lived literally in the house right there for a long time. And so I'd like to welcome you out to say a few words to everybody here today.
Thank you all to start with. I used to be taller. The friends thou hast in their adoption tried grappled unto thy soul with hoops of steel. Mr. Shakespeare wrote these words in 1609. As I stand here today, I realize that true words are never spoken. John's friends from his years growing up here in Rutherford proved the truth of this. His comrades on the Jersey City Fire Department and the first responder community prove it again. John was true to his friends, and they have proved beyond a doubt have been true to him. He was an artist. He loved people and understanding other cultures. He was fluent in several languages, which helped him in that. His feelings were expressed in his painting. This was his means of social commentary. Painting was his release. If he did not paint, I think he would have burst. He was an artist in his soul. The dominant figure in most of his paintings, or a good part of his paintings, was his beautiful daughter, Asha Grace, whom he loved beyond measure. A future with Gita, his wife, that he loved, was not to be. Fate would interfere and cut that short. John has been called a Renaissance man. He loved knowledge and had an amazing memory. He could converse intelligently on wide and varied topics. He loved much. And was dearly loved. Grace and I and our family want to thank this wonderful town of Rutherford for remembering the son of the town and memorializing his sacrifice, his life well lived, and his dedication to his fellow citizens. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
We'd like to invite the Ruddy family to come join us up here, please. I'm gonna ask the mayor, council, everybody to come around. Many of you know I had the privilege of knowing John as a classmate and a friend, very much like so many of the folks standing right in front of me. He was a graduate of the class of 1990 from Rutherford High School. John was a leader in academics, athletics, and among his peers through student government. He was generous with his time and his passion with art to make the communities he lived in and worked in more beautiful. He committed his life to service as a member of the Jersey City Fire Department. Ultimately, he rose to the ranks as battalion chief. He loved his family, and he cared for everyone he knew. He always had a kind word, and he had an open heart. John exemplified all of the qualities we love about living here in this borough and what we wish for our children to grow up and become. Sadly, John left us at the age of 49 on December 8, 2021. True to our motto, once a bulldog, always a bulldog, John's life and legacy will forever be displayed on the corner of Wood Street and Fairvew Avenue as a reminder of all that he brought to this world, the lives he impacted, and the inspiration to future generations about being a servant leader and living life with incredible gratitude. So I ask you all to please come closer and join us as we forever. And if we can have the class of 1990 come up here with the Ruddy family, please. Chief, if you can please join the family, our fire department, Jersey City. I know we have a lot of members from Jersey City Commissioner's Office, the council, the mayor's office, all the commissioners, please come up here. Because this is the way he was. It was always about everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, forevermore Rutherford recognizes John T. Ruddy Way.
We'd like to thank everybody for coming out for this very solemn and beautiful day. We will be having the family would like to invite you back to the Elks Club on Ames Avenue to celebrate his life with them. Thank you.